what the clause really means is that in the event that the government of Belize now or at any time before the final maturity in February 2034 of this particular debt, if the government of Belize were to borrow fresh commercial money, were it to raise new bonds, in other words, if there's another super bond, or any commercial borrowing, it does not apply to IFI borrowing, such as loans from the CDB, the IDB, etc. It does not apply to bilateral loans from Taiwan, from Venezuela, or Petrocaribe. It does not apply to any domestic obligations, any domestic debt that is issued by the government through the central bank. But if Belize were to borrow commercially in amongst greater than 50 million US dollars, then 1/4 of that, 25% of that amount of these new commercial borrowings would have to be used to retire the 2034 bonds, the super bond, at market prices. So if they were trading at 50 cents on the dollar, then 25% of those fresh monies would have to be used in a timetable to be determined by Belize of those outstanding bonds. That is what that clause specifically means. Now, the reason the entire definition, the entire explanation that I just gave is not in the consent solicitation document is because you have to remember that this is an entirely new approach to amending the terms of bonds. I don't think this has ever been done before, where the commercial terms of bonds are being changed simply by a consent solicitation. Normally what is done is that new bonds are issued and a new indenture, a new agreement between the issuer and the borrowers is prepared, and there is an actual exchange of bonds. This is the first time we are pursuing this route, and so all we are doing is to amend the existing agreement. The existing agreement defines the public debt, commercial debt as being exempt along the lines I just described. So that's why the entire definition and explanation is not there, because it is in the original indenture which we are simply amending now.